in between episodes, normal episodes, every Sunday, 7 p.m. Beyond Faith Within Reason. Every Sunday. These, between those. This is episode 1. Would you quit? Would you quit when happiness shows up in your life? What's the point? The point is, if the answer is yes, you have to clearly be able to articulate and know for a fact what it is you're quitting on. So, this video is dedicated to 2 friends. They're both parents. One parent has 1 child, one parent has 3 children. And they're both going through tough times. And there are a couple of people that have come to me to talk and listen. And I posed that question: would you quit? So, for example, I was talking to one of the parents and I said, okay, let's look at it this way. Well, happiness. Tell me what you think that is. So, happiness is, well, we try to be happy. Okay, what else? What is it in terms of how it manifests and how you can participate in it? Oh, well, I guess happiness is fleeting. Yeah, definitely. It's ephemeral. It comes and goes. So because it comes and goes, when it shows up, when happiness is attending in your life, and you know it's going to be gone, would you quit on that? Well, no. No, I wouldn't quit on that. So what's a reasonable thing to do? We'll make the most of it. Right. So, there's always a duality to things, even ourselves, a dual reality, a duality. So when sorrow shows up in your life, would you quit on that? That's not the same as dealing with it or setting it aside for a better time and place. It's not the same. I'm specifically asking you, would you quit on joy and sorrow? Well, let me ask the second part of the question. Just like when happiness shows up in your life, what's a reasonable thing to do? Make the most of it. So when sorrow shows up in your life, what's a reasonable thing to do? Make the most of it. Yes, exactly. Now, if this sounds obvious to you, well, good. It means the point is coming across clearly. But what you shouldn't overlook, besides the experience of how obvious it is, how unobvious it really is. Because when you look at things, let's say at a high level or on a timeline, and you have a pattern of behavior, and you have someone that's consistently quitting on the sorrowful times, because they will come. The attendance of sorrow and troubles, the frequency is ubiquitous. It's going to be there. And you see that pattern of behavior, and they're constantly quitting on that. Well, why trust you with the joyful times? Now, so I'm telling them, I said, okay, let's make this a little less myopic. You have children, right? How many? One of my own, 3 from the other parent. That's 4 children total. Yeah. 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 Well, children are what? Only happiness? No. No, they're not. Is he going to quit on them when it's troublesome? When sorrow comes? No, I wouldn't. Right? So that's the point. Would you quit? And because the nature of the answer is dual, there's a yes and there's a no. It goes without saying what the benefits are to no. What the benefits are to saying and not quitting and saying no to quitting. And back to the other point. If the answer is yes, I told him, I said, I told her, I said, I told them, I said, you're going to have to be very responsible and able to articulate exactly what it is you're quitting on. Not just your feelings, not just saying this feeling that I experience is troublesome and I'm quitting on that. Feelings also come and go. First of all, you have a commitment, something like to you, just us, forever, I do. Quitting on that. You also have a house with a family. Both you guys. You quitting on that? So if your answer is yes, you would quit. Understand that when you say yes to something, you're saying no to a lot of everything else. So for example, yeah, I think I'm going to quit on this marriage. In other words, you're saying, I'm saying no to the structure of a family. I'm saying no to the previous commitment. I'm saying no to keeping a house together and a family together. Until the nature of the decision manifests in that moment, in that conversation we're having. But what's leading up to it, that'll be for a whole nother video. Would you quit when sorrow and trouble comes? Would you quit when happiness comes? Thank you for today's sponsors, Bulk Supplements. A video proof of us using it since May 2020 is up next. And thank you for today's Patreons, Top 2, King and Cradle Properties, and Trust Elixirs. We'll see you on the next one. You don't know me, but I've made 5,600 baskets in the past 6 months. I've lost 24 pounds in the past 6 months. I've cut my body fat down to 10%. What you should know, there's only one supplement to use.